1957 to 2015 because that's just a thing that I learned one time when I had a free night. I don't have any money, so how do I put a bet on? I have to get a job. How do you get a job? National insurance number. How do you get a national insurance number? Kill an orphan. Right, same thing that you did when you stole that baby at the hospital. Except, I'm a 30-year-old man. I have to find a 30-year-old orphan. Where do you get in? Exactly. This is the kind of shit you need to be going over, right? And then you go out there, it's 1972, you think, what am I going to do with myself? Star Wars isn't out until 1977. So you just get 5 years of just waiting for Star Wars. And that's your main hobby. The best thing is when Star Wars gets close, you get to tell people how good Star Wars is. Like, oh, you gotta love this, man, it's fucking great. And then you watch Star Wars, and you're like, you come out, and you're like, oh, mate, get this. I bet you a tenner Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker's dad. Right? And they're like, no, there is no foreshadowing of that in that first movie. Absolutely nothing in that script tells you that that's going to happen. It's almost like George Lucas didn't have that fucking plan. And then you go and see that. And then that happens, and you're like, tenner up, great. And then you wait another 2 years, and you're like, 20 quid. You remember how Luke and Leia were like nearly shagging in Empire Strikes Back? You're like, yeah. And you're like, brother and sister. And you're like, nah. And you're 40 quid up. Anyway, that's my fucking thing. Okay, that's got it. Well, thank you very much, that's all I wanted to do.
You said what he just does, but I can put us on YouTube live. Just so you know, I got 2 viewers. That makes like 4. Now we got 7 people watching this. I'm just gonna keep rocking and rolling. And for my acts tonight, I just want you to relax, have fun, work the audience if you want to, try out a new bit. This is your night. Do what you want. Let's give a big round of applause for round of applause. We're not just hooting and hollering like a good old American for Tiziano. You ready, buddy? Come on up here. Everybody, come on. Hello, everybody. Yeah? Nice. So as he said, my name is, let me tell you this first. 2 years ago I moved to London here, and my name, as he said, is Tiziano. And believe me, if you live in England, you don't want that name. I got a friend, Jonathan. I call him John. He calls me Tits. You see, there is a problem, right? There is a problem. But, I mean, anyway, I moved here 2 years ago, and the main result is that I am broke. Anybody broke here? Yeah. Nice. All right, if there is, like, English broke people, I'm going to make you feel better, all right? Because, you see, even though you think you're broke, your situation is never going to be as bad as mine. Because, you see, I'm from Italy, so I'm broke in euros. In pounds, I'm homeless. It's a problem, you see that? And I mean, it's hard to live in. It's hard to live here in London because, like, especially when you're broke. But the point is that I don't mind London because it's making me discover, like, new emotions, right? Because in Italy, in my country, I never felt, like, really hungry. You know? Because in Italy, in my country, I mean, it's like, you know, when you live with your parents in Italy, you feel a little bit like Hansel and Gretel, yeah? Your mom is the witch, right, who tries to fatten you up, right, till you fatten up and she will fucking eat you, yeah? And that's how my brother died. And then he was a good guy. And tasty. But I mean, the point is this: that it's a hard city to live in, especially when you're broke. Because when you're broke, everything that you pay for, it's not going to be like good quality, because it's cheap, right? Let me give you an example. I paid for a prostitute a few days ago. I got naked in front of her, and she was like, "Your penis is not so big." And I said, well, it depends. Just if you compare it to your penis. Prostitute, right? But Tiziano.
We're live in TV. The language, guys. The language is another huge challenge here. I mean, I don't know if you... Is anybody not originally from the United Kingdom here? Yeah, there you go. Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Canada, there you go. But you speak English anyway, right? You guys are all English?
Yeah?
Yeah?
No.
No, where are you from, man?
Argentina.
Argentina, there you go. So maybe you will understand me. I'm trying to say that when you move to London, I mean, you better understand what people say to you, what English people say to you. You know why? Because they're going to check if you understood. In the middle of every conversation, the average, like, English person at some point will say, do you know what I mean? Every time they have a panic attack. Panic attack, what is it? School test? Do you know what I mean? What is that? I don't know what you mean. What is that? I'm from Italy. In Italy you can talk to anyone and nobody's going to check if you understood. Just smile and it's going to be okay. Really. But here in London, smiling, it's not alright. It's not okay. It's not enough to answer the question, do you know what I mean? So, English people, I'm telling you now before you ask me. No, I don't know what you mean. If you want me to understand what you're saying, just tell me what you fucking mean. Even when I think that I understood, like, you get me confused, right? Any conversation, like my dog, I love my dog. I took him home and he's amazing. Like, I mean, I love him, he loves me. That is amazing. Okay, so you love the dog. Yeah, but I mean, he's like a person. You know? It's like a person. I love him, he loves me. So you love the dog, he loves you. Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Are you having sex with the dog? It's just like, I mean, it can be so confused, right? And the Argentina guy will understand me. And for us, that we move here without knowing the language, because when I moved here, I just knew like the school English, right? So I will never forget the first job interviews in English. There was like always this posh English guy that was like, so like, for this position, we're gonna need someone very good at communicating with people, to promote our agency at the best. Please tell me something about yourself. I have brown eyes. 2 eyes. I am 25 years, io, old. Luca is my friend. Luca and Antonio, 2 friends. Like my eyes. Alright then. Here in your CV, I see that you experienced a few agencies in Italy, but you're very young. Please, let me ask you something. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Yes. Yeah, right. But where do you see yourself in 5 years? No, 25 years. 25 years. And 2 eyes. But, I mean, the point is I'm always like nervous before a job interview, but even in general, I'm an anxious person. And I think I'm pretty sure that it's my mom's fault. Because she used to hit me very hard. But please don't be upset. In Italy, it's so normal. It's like part of the culture. You know, we eat pasta 5 times a week. We love football and parents beat us. That's what happens in Italy all the time, right? But I wasn't scared of my dad, though. I wasn't. Let me explain it. Because when I was a kid, my family for me was like the police. And when I came back home and I did something wrong, the first one to talk was always my dad, the good cop, right? It was like, I'm taking this chair. Like, it was like, all right, sit down here. And I was like, and the good cop started. If you confess now, nothing's gonna happen to you. But you gotta tell us the truth, or you might get in trouble. And beside him was my mom, the bad cop, just staring at me like. And it was so scary. It was so scary because I was like, but I didn't do anything. That's not the right attitude, boy. That's not the right attitude. I mean, I'm trying to give you a chance here. What am I supposed to do? Let's just kick his ass! Right? You see what you're doing? She's crazy. You know what happens when she gets angry? People get hurt. Now, is there anything you want to tell us? Well, teachers at school hate me. That's bullshit! We just called the school, you didn't show up today. Let me ask you something. Do you want to see your friends again? Do you? Do you? Because if you don't tell us anything now, the only friend that you will see the next day will be your dad. And then you'll see me. And please remember that I'm not your friend. I'm your worst fucking nightmare. Now, tell us what you did. Well, my friends forced me to skip the class because they wanted to play with PlayStation, but it's not me. They forced me. It's not me. It's them. Yes, I was a snitch. But after this, my mom always did the same move. Always did the same move, like doing like this. Like no mercy. You did the right choice, mate. You lock him up. Always the same move. Always the same move. But I'll tell you this about my mom. I love my mom. Because she used to hit me, and I mean, that's why I'm a good person today, right? I mean, I'm a hard-working person. I'm not spoiled at all. I respect everybody. Now, I live here in London, and here in England, most parents don't hit their children, and they grow up spoiled, fearless. They think that their actions don't have consequences. So basically, English parents don't hit their children, and that's why we've got Brexit today. Nice reaction. Why? Why? You know why? Because there is always someone in the audience thinking, well, that is not my case. My family respect me. I remember the time that my 10-year-old boy told me, fuck off, and I took away his iPhone. Once, when I was a kid, I said, shut up, to my mom, and she took away my blood. Maybe because I didn't have an iPhone. But that's the point. I mean, I'm sure that, after that time you gave your child his iPhone back, and he said fuck off other times in his life. I'm sure about that. I'm sure. Do you know how many times I said shut up in my life? 3 times. Once to my mom and twice now to tell you the story. Alright? And I will never say it again. Never. But the point, all I'm trying to say maybe today is that climate change is a big problem. And I mean, look at this. Is this normal? Yes, in London. But also you're all wearing t-shirts, so it's hot and all different. And I think Greta is right. Do you know what Greta is? Yeah? Greta Thunberg, yeah. But for the ones who don't know her, she's a 16-year-old girl, Swedish girl, who left the school to protest against the politicians ignoring the climate change issue, right? And she said, why should I study if there is no future? And I think that's very brave. But I also think, at this point, she'd better hope that there is no future. She left the school. So, if there is future, the planet is going to be fine, but she's going to be the only illiterate on it. Right? 10 years from now, the politicians will finally forbid the use of plastic or something, and everybody will go like, Greta, you the leader of all this, you created all this, you're great. Everybody's calling you the next Nelson Mandela. What do you think? I don't like basketball. Please, next question. Alright? But I joke about Greta because I love her. She's my hero. She's truly my hero. Not because of this protesting thing, but, do you know how many times I've tried to leave my school? Do you know how many times she actually convinced her parents that leaving the school was a good idea, right? She managed to convince her parents that leaving the school was a good idea. Do you manage that? She didn't even fuck about the climate change, I know that. She was just worried about skipping the math class. I'm sure about that. She was in Stockholm doing this very hard, math problem. Kevin has 1 dog, Steven has 2 dogs. How depressing is Sweden? This is the problem is Sweden. And she was like, oh my god, I can't do this, it's so boring, I can't do this. Also I can't go outside because it's raining, and yesterday was so sunny, what's happening? Wait a minute. Maybe there is something about the climate change. Mom, Dad, I need to save the planet, fuck this shit. She's a genius, right? I tried so many times to skip class that eventually my mom stopped believing me, even when I was really ill. Really? And, eventually I was once a mosquito bit me, and I told her that I got malaria. And so, it wasn't true, but a few days later, I got kidney stones. Do you know what they are? Yeah? It's just, for the ones who don't know, it's just the most painful thing you can get. So that's why I was dying on the floor. really. Just, and she was like, you don't expect me to believe this, do you? And I was like, please, Mom, I'm really sick. Take me to the hospital. Please, I'm dying. Please take me to the hospital. And she was like, so this week you had malaria, tuberculosis, and now this. Give me one reason why I should believe you. Give me one reason why I should believe you. And I was like, I don't know, climate change? Anyway, guys, you have been better than this mic. Thank you so much, guys.
For those of you who don't know or haven't already figured out, based on my accent, I don't think I addressed this yet, that I'm a gay. Are you aware of that? Because just so you know, I've noticed like Lewis that I've been inviting and like Tiziano, now that I've been getting up, they've started bringing their girlfriends around. They're like, wasn't it funny when he was talking about his friend that had a meth problem? Did you hear? I mean, I got lost for a minute, and then you said you had a friend who had a meth problem. I was like, yes, those are my people. I know exactly what you're talking about. And let me tell you about climate change. I'm kind of pro it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just a little. Because all the British fellas, I mean, especially like the Polish guys, they're like the workers, right? They're like taking off their shirts now and riding their bikes around. I'm like, go, son! It's awesome. Oh, another cute fellow come up. You guys still got a little more energy left in you? Yeah! Can I get one more yeehaw? Yeah! Okay, clap your hands! Wow! We got a little goodie coming up. Here we go. Give me that. Work it out. Take a minute. Stretch. We got you going on.
Yeah, okay, people. How you doing? Hey, me too. I'm actually going to try something a little different than I normally do, so excuse me for moving the furniture for a second. Let me just see what's happening here. Okay. I'm going to sing a song for you, I think. Don't mind that. That's my hanky. Well, I didn't have a hanky, so I had to use a tea towel. I have a lot of stock coming out of here today. But I thought I'd start with a song that sort of symbolises the beginning of everything. And so it goes a little bit like this. Ready? Okay. Well, the birdies and the bees, they be getting it on like every damn day, even while I sing this song. And there's really nothing wrong with a little bit of loving at any time of the day, even with your second cousin. I heard that that's okay. Well, I fucking hope so. Fingers crossed, bro. Anyway, moving swiftly home, though. I the original purpose of this song. So when two people love each other, they like to rip off their thongs. Oh yeah, they like to get close, so close that they inside. In my experience, so 30-second ride, pride goes out the window and you're all around with shame. What happened? 2 seconds ago, I was screaming your name. Then you fall asleep for about an hour, all is still. But something quite exciting going on inside. It's really quite a thrill. And it looks a little something like this. Okay, here we go. You ready? Before when my potential siblings got lost on the floor, my time came when my dad dropped mom, but she didn't have time to put a diaphragm on. In, around, yeah, time like she started to grow. Oh no, what the fuck is this? It's me, I'm your baby, give me a kiss. My dad took one look and he said, fuck this. Back in the jiffy when he realized it was probably due to his sniffy that I was in existence. So thank you, Dad, for your assistance. Woo! So that was that. I spent that whole like 5 minutes just crouching like this. I could have just brought it right up like that. Okay. So did you like the songs?
Yeah.
Sorry about the jizz. So I got another song for you now. When I was a kid, my mum smacked me very hard regularly, and this song is inspired by her and all the strong women around me, like your mum as well. Does that sound offensive? It wasn't meant to be. No, this might be it.
Mum smacked my ass with a slipper, he smacked my ass with a spoon, wooden. My nan smacked my ass with a Burke magazine, but she always read me stories from it too. Take a break. My mama smacked my ass with a slipper, my auntie smacked my ass with a spoon. My nan smacked my ass with the Burke magazine and occasionally the Daily Mail too. Oh my God! Yes, they slapped me on my bum, but it was a different time. They never did it just for fun. No, only when I was being a little cunt. It's true. They never hit me hard enough to leave a bruise. But I would rather say that they was giving me the tools to respect all the women round me. RESPECTITTIES, ooh yes, the best, ooh yes. It worked out well in the end, when I found me a strong woman friend. Independent, courageous, her strength never dips, and I love it when she smacks my ass with a great big fucking whip. I said I love it when she smacks my ass with a great big fucking whip. I love it when she smacks my ass with a great big fucking whip. So as it happens when my mum was smacking me up on my bum, I was turning into a sex freak.
Instrument change, oh fuck, sorry, so awkward. I'm always bringing the techie awkwardness. I apologise for that. Never apologise. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. For this song, you need to know that I am allergic to peanuts. Just made this a lot faster than it's supposed to be, I'm so sorry.
Pistache, cashew, walnut,
What's your favorite nut? Nah, sorry, can't touch it. My heart and respiratory system will get busted. Natural selection will cut me out. Even sesame seeds, man, shut your CD mouth. Does that sound like a nut to you? Well, a peanut ain't a nut, dude. It's a legume. Legume. What's a legume? I said, what's a legume? I said, what's a legume?
A legume is actually a member of the plant family Fabaceae, or the seed of such a plant, also known as a pulse. Popular legumes include alfalfa, clover, soybeans, chickpeas, any others? Beans, yeah. Tamarind, that's a weird one. Also,
my mother not to be caught. I accidentally went and put a peanut in my bowl with blue lights flashing. It's about to get hectic. While we sitting here with an anaphylaxis. Shock! It seems I still breathe. I was focused on the rock as it happened. I said, Steve, cancel the EpiPen, please. But bring a bag of weed with no sticks or seeds. For this next bit, I'm gonna need a munchies.
next 4 days I stuff my face, and I don't even care if they can see a trace. M&M's, Reese's, I miss the times. My first Snickers too, Joan Collins, get that on. Joan Collins, she was an English actress, author and columnist, arguably most famous for her appearance in the 2012 Snickers commercial. Sure. She took a hit from the mob and said, I like your song, but there's one thing missing, that's a call and response. I said, John, don't tell me what to do, my own fucking song. If I want to do a call and response, I'll do a call and response. So when I say pasta, you say nut, pasta, pasta. And when I say legumes, you say in my mouth, legumes, So if you think you've got an allergy, get yourself to the hospital so you can see if your life's been a lie like mine with peanuts. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I gotta tell you, at one moment I was just praying that I had like loose dollar bills in my pocket to run up there for a minute. I mean, bringing me back home. Lou, one more time for Lou's Goody, everybody. What's your Instagram?
Lugu89.
Lugu89, y'all. I want to see that he has at least 2 new followers by tomorrow. Oh, and YouTube Live over there. Yeah. All right, so we got a little surprise guest. Elliot, you ready? You ready? Get that skinny little ass up here. Come on. Put your hands together. This is Elliot Dallas. Come on, man. Here we go. Keep your clapping. Keep clapping with us, man.
Right. Don't worry, I'm old enough to be here.
Are you ordering a pizza?
There you go. So yes, hello, welcome. Well, not welcome. Can you hear me? Okay, fine. Let me know. Yes, I'm old enough to be here. I look like a child. It doesn't help. Especially when it comes to dating. You know, I couldn't ask you out and be like, get like a straight yes or no answer. I get, oh, he's trying. You know, I get what you say to a dog. It's just like, oh, he's really cute. Oh, he's giving me paw. I'm trying to get your number. It makes it a little bit difficult sometimes, especially when it comes to like jobs and stuff like that, looking like this. Yeah, it makes it difficult. So I'm training to be a teacher. I get no respect. You know, like the kids, they don't think I'm their teacher, they think I'm a pupil that's passionate about the behaviour management policy. I'm not. I'm really not. Yeah, it's strange, you know, like some of the kids, they intimidate me. I probably shouldn't say that as a teacher, but they intimidate me. This is one kid in particular intimidates me. He's 12. But he looks 35. It's really weird. Like I realised the other day, he looks really fucking divorced. You know what I mean? You know when you like people in love, they got a little twinkle in their eye. It's gone. He's already 12. It's gone. You know, he's got behavioural issues as well. And you know, he was shouting at in class one day. You know, basically complaining about his ex-wife. You know, he was just like, he's like, why have I got to pay maintenance fees? And I was like, I don't know, mate, you got 3 kids by the time I'm 12. Like, you fucked up. You fucked up big time. He didn't like my retort. He was like, fuck you, blood. I was like, excuse me? He was like, oh, sorry. Fuck you, sir. I would have been annoyed, but he called me sir. That's respect. What time is it? Other things about me.
What time is it?
Cheap time. What the fucking thing is. Yeah, other things about me. I've got a hard vision. I had open heart surgery when I was a kid. They were going to put a pig's valve in, but then they took a look at my nose and thought, let's keep this kosher. You can't see I have a big nose. It was this is an interesting thing happening the other day. So I'm a bit ill at the moment. That's not interesting. But I realised my heart condition is like quite severe, and I realised I get the iller I get, the more preferential treatment I get from the NHS. Like I'm a celebrity. Like I walk into like the GP, and I'm like Victoria, whatever her name is. You know what I mean? I called up the other day to the GP. I was like, hey, my name's Elliot Dallas. I'm a heart patient. And I was like, oh shit. We got to get everybody like on board. I got an appointment in 3 minutes. So I don't know, if you ever want to get a quick appointment, say you've got a really long-term condition, that's some advice. It's cool, you know, like I drove there, valet parking, it's cool. Other things that it's slightly interesting, I think it's very funny, you might not agree with me. So my mum went on a date recently, and she went on a date with a man who also has a heart condition. Well, his son has a heart condition.
Oh.
Great. And I was really excited for her. She hadn't been on a date in a while. I thought she'd be able to relate, you know, like they'd be able to relate on a really personal level. She told me, I was like, Mum, there was only one room. There was room for one heart patient per family. Okay. One terminal disease. No one's going with me. Okay. Are you still asleep at the back? No. Okay. Oh, do you know how much fun it is to die? Oh, okay. I don't have time. I don't like you guys.
Oh, come on.
Nah, I'm gonna stick with it. I don't know. I don't know what's up with you. I can't tell if it's me. I think I'm insecure. I think that's the right thing. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This time did a weird set, didn't it? You know, like, oh, he's alright, and then he lost confidence in himself, and then his mouth dried. Everything went down. He sat down because he gave up.
Oh, don't give up.
No, I'm not giving up.
Okay.
I will give up in like literally maybe 10 seconds. You've been patient. You've been patient. I've been ambivalent. Good night.
I feel bad that you're funny. Oh, I do have some advice. Are you leaving? Okay, but hold on. Just the advice. If you're going to have an issue, don't do it on a Saturday night in the tube station. Do you know how many people like just walked over me that night and like taking pictures of me? It's the weirdest thing. London people are crazy. Bye, Elliot. Have a nice water. Yeah. We got one more act. You guys ready? Say one more act. Say it with me. One more act. One more act. Another cute ball. Bill, you ready?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's do it.
Bill.
I was really hoping he was going to go hard on the hate speak there. I was like, fucking lay into this horse. But yeah, I got music shit too. I forget this device. No, why would I forget this? Like, fucking, I hate Apple so much. Like, they've given us so much, and I'm so ungrateful. And it's come on.
It's a good sign.
Chuck this over here.
Come on.
All right.
Take it off.
Now, look, I will preface this by saying, right, I'm going to say this first off the bat. Sometimes people mistake my alpha male charisma and big dick energy for like misogyny or the fact they think I'm a dick. I'm going to say straight off the bat, I'm not. I'm a really nice guy. No, I am. Like, I'm the kind of guy that give you a foreign kiss on a first date.
Aww.
And I mean it. I say thank you to bus drivers when I get off the bus.
Yeah.
Does anyone else do that?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh,
Yes.
You guys sweet. Is your accent posh Scouse?
Huh?
I was trying to. Where are you from?
Midlands.
Midlands. Okay. Well, posh Scouts. That's all.
Yep.
I'm assimilating. Yeah. I mean, I still say thank you to bus drivers, but I'm assimilating. No, I'm a really nice guy. So I've been doing a bit of volunteer work lately. Do any of you guys volunteer anywhere? Nobody. Yet you sit there and judge. Yeah, no, I've been pretending to be an 11-year-old girl on the internet to find pedophiles. And I'm not very good at it. I'm not sort of down with the 11-year-old girl thing like this. I was trying to talk to this guy the other day, and I was telling him, I was like, oh, I'm an 11-year-old girl just playing with Polly Pocket. And he's like, yeah, that wasn't a thing since the 90s. So I'm actually an 9-year-old girl, so ironically gotta go find some. So,
Great to be going live on YouTube.
Don't touch the mic.
Don't touch the mic. There we're back in the room. Yeah, hey YouTube. This will be the 4th YouTube video that I'm in.
Yeah.
Cool. Once I ate a chili when I was in high school. It was very hot. Made a bit of a fool of myself. Another time I heckled Trent Reznor at a 9 Inch Nails concert. No, this is true. So I stole a black jumper and stole a bunch of juggling glasses from the pub next door, and I rolled up and I told them I was the new bartender. And I just snuck right into a 9 Inch Nails concert. There was no outside tables, but you know, they didn't know that because they're security guards. And there are some security guards are smart. I'll retract that. Hey YouTube. And then I got in, and then I yelled out, you know that song Hurt? Oh, I hurt myself. It's about his heroin addiction. Well, I yelled out, what are you doing after the show? And he decided not to play the rest of the song for half an hour of the set. And I got a bit beaten up, but I got out of there. So that's the set. And another YouTube video that I'm in is I'm hanging out on that veranda, which is what we call a balcony, but it's on street level. And my friend's dog, who was a female dog, she was quite horny, so she just fucked legs and stuff. I was like, what if I just bent down and just got fucked by a female dog? So if anyone ever comes at me with the whole, come on. This is a good crunch time, too. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
And alright, we'll just.
Jesus didn't like that punchline, so we're going to move on. No, we won't, yeah. That's what everyone was just like, oh, yeah, never mind. Cool. I just recently found out I'm going to be a dad.
Oh.
Yeah, until Wednesday. Got an appointment booked up. Vacuum the little fella right out of there. Yeah. No, I'm a feminist. I'm very pro reproductive, like pro-choice rights, pro-reproductive rights. I'm very much against reproductive wrongs. I'm a feminist, okay? We've got to be out here on the front lines every day. So I went to one of those women's rights marches to pick up chicks. And I did something better than picking up chicks, and that's listening to them. Their problems. And there's a lot of inequality in the world. There isn't there? You look sceptical, sir. We'll change you by the end of this night. Okay. Sitting there in your misogynist shirt. Yeah. No, so I'm out there on the front lines of feminism every day. I'm fighting the wage gap. I don't get paid fuck all. I do that for the ladies. And as a feminist, when I pull out during sex, I come on my face. Because it's affirmative action. It's what we've got to do. Now, some people say to me like, well, hey, if men can't be feminists, or, the men haven't they haven't done anything for feminism, they've been sitting down. I say, no, that's factually incorrect. Men have had a big impact on the feminist movement throughout the years. So what I've done is I've made a little bit of a montage of some of the great moments of male feminist history, and it goes like this. Familiar feminist history. Remembrance of familiar feminist history. I don't know why the brother is on the label here. Remembrance of familiar feminist history. Remembrance of familiar feminist history. Hey fellas, I don't think we should stone women to death anymore. I reckon we just do it with 25, 30 rocks. They'll learn the lesson. They'll go with that mailing company whenever again. Right? Remember some little feminist history. Remember some little feminist history. I'm a really nice guy. You guys worry about the future? Yeah. It's scary, isn't it? What's going on right now? I don't know if robots ever figure out how to press that button on the internet that says, I'm not a robot. Because we're fucked then, aren't they? You know, they're already taking all the jobs. Aren't they? You don't need them getting on Gumtree. Getting all the good shit first. They are, they're taking all the jobs. Taking all of the jobs. Think about drones. Used to be hard-working pilots up there in the sky bombing weddings in Yemen. Those poor hard-work pilots. Uber drivers. You're allowed to laugh. It's just like you're holding it in.
I had a hangnail.
Don't you fucking hate it when you go to a comedy night, your hangnail's hanging out, you're wearing a bow tie, you've gone to these great lengths to look cool, and you've got this fucking nail hanging out, and you're like, I just want to laugh, and yeah, I've got to chew it out of my thumb. I hate that. Right? You know, do you guys hate that? Am I right? Are we right? Exactly. I feel you. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, but I feel you. So just let it go, man. Right? Anyway. We're going to laugh because these are dark times. Robots are stealing the Uber drivers' jobs. We're going to have robot Uber drivers. What are all those other people out there going to do? Exactly. You know, one of those robot Ubers even killed somebody last year. Do you guys remember that? You know, which is tragic, but I mean, you know, at least we found the body of somebody killed by an Uber driver for a cat. You know, there are families all over the world that would love that sort of closure, that their daughter was killed. You know, in the advancements of technology, rather than by Gary with a 4.62 star rating in Soundpool's basement. They're taking over the robots, taking all the jobs. Have anyone been to a Tesco's lately? Or a Waitrose? You know Waitrose? You guys know Waitrose? Do you know Waitrose, sir? Because you said you were from Canada. You figured out the... Good stuff. They have named their robot checkouts now. Her name's Alicia.
Oh.
Has anyone been there? Of course not. You know. Is it Waitrose? No, it's Marks and Spencer's. Look, it needs a bit more research. Okay, but anyway, Marks and Spencer's. Her name's Alicia. She introduced herself. Hi, I'm Alicia. And then she's not much fucking help when you accidentally ring through a pink lady apple and you've only bought a shitty Braver because times are tough. You're knocking on the screen going, Alicia. And with friends now, you've introduced yourself. Fucking robots, that used to be all those people. They're taking over fucking robots. It's time for another great moment of male feminist history. Great moments of male feminist history. YouTube.
This one.
Oh fuck. Can we do this again or do we have
Yes. You have 0 viewers. Go for it.
Was there 2 when I started?
Yes.
What do I do now? I've been hanging on to this piece. It's like, no, it's milk time. He'll come back when he's got to some kind of point. So I'm going to do a bit of a career change at the moment. I'm going to become a life coach. Because, you know, Because they're a thing. Do you know how easy it is to become a life coach? Very easy. You still an online course. I'm online learning how to coach lives right now. So I mean, I've learned a lot in my time online with the life coaching courses from people that, I mean, life coaches basically. I think life coaching is to mental health what cooking meth in a caravan is to chemistry, basically. But so I'm going to become one, and I'm going to change people's lives. And what a lot of what it is about being a life coach is about seeing the positivity in everything. Seeing positivity in everything can save your life. We all fall upon dark times. I know I have before. Still qualified to be a life coach, don't need to be fuck all. But so what I thought we'd do, right, is because we're all here. We've got problems. There's problems in the world. You know, that's what we're here for. We want to laugh. We want to forget. But what I thought I could do for you guys for free tonight. I mean, you could subscribe to my life coaching courses, and we could really sort out your shit. But I thought for free, what we'd do is a bit of positivity. So what I thought we'd do is, if there's a trouble that you guys have, if there's a problem in your life, a problem with life that you can think of, if you just say something that's bad, that's troubling you, I guarantee you there's a silver lining to every cloud. So what's going on, guys? Talk to me.
I can't find a convenient place in my house to kill myself.
Why do you want to do it at home? No, I mean here's my problem with like a lot of suicides is, and I can say that. No, I can say this because I've lost friends to the black dog, right? Just in very unimaginative ways. I used to overdose on pills. Jump off a bridge. No, not enough people are trying. Not enough. You know, strapping on a Superman suit and a wingsuit, trying to fly as far as he can through the city of London. Yeah, that's two. Do you know what I mean? I mean, why do it at home? Just get out there and just live your life before you, as you do it, live your life. YOLO, wingsuits, I don't know how much they are. You can find those on Gumtree, I'm sure. Yeah, so that's that one solved, I think. Now you guys look like you've got some troubles. What's going on? No troubles at all? No? These guys over here, do you know where you are? Do you know how much everyone in this room hates you because you're in London, they all live here, and you're like, everything's great, we're travelling. They're like, fuck you, we've got problems. There's nothing you guys want to sort out, there's nothing that's ever troubled you, a dark moment in history that you want to no? You're really thinking hard. You guys should be life coaches. Four, really driving this one in. really live in this room. What about posh scouts, Midlands, right? What's going on? Who gets everything hunky-dory in the Midlands these days as well? Need the toilet. Yeah, there's a bit of a queue. We just lost 4 people. No? Need the toilet? What about? Come on, guys.
I just lost my job.
Oh, that's the first step towards greatness. Oh. Yeah, Winston Churchill lost his job. Boris Johnson got fired as a journalist. Running the whole country. And so what I'm trying to say is you could be the next Boris Johnson because you've lost your job. It's talent with the little things there. No, that sounds condescending. As you've heard, I compose music. This one's called the Protein Shake. That's pretty good, isn't it? So yeah. Is there nothing else? You guys just cool. Everybody's just having a great time. You are not my crowd. I'm here to change people's lives. People come here with pain and suffering, and I make their lives better.
Who wants to adopt next door's cat?
You want to adopt next door's cat?
Yeah.
It's very easy to do.
Take it.
Just take it. Put it indoors, feed it. They don't have loyalty. They don't care. And then if you fell over in the bathtub and you were so shocked that you saw him in the bathtub and you would die of heart, the cat would eat you. They're not loyal animals. Put it in your house, lock the door, put the curtains on the neighbour's side, just shut them all. They're going to put posters up all around the neighbourhood saying, "What's that our cat?" And then you'll know that it's yours, but it's in a better place. Cats don't have loyalty. It will eat you when you die, but you kidnap that cat. You love that cat, because if you love something enough to steal it from somebody else, maybe you love it more than they do. All right. Well, we've come to that part of the night. Has anyone else got any questions? No. Well,
How do you make your hair do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
what's it doing?
It's just.
Its silhouette looks pretty good. I'll give it that.
You look like you have too many hair follicles.
That's it actually. I went to a barber. I would say recently, but you could see through the grooves. And the guy actually didn't know how to cut my hair. He was just like, "There's too much hair." But I will say this, right? Because I'm like a little bit bisexual. Not enough to really make life fun. But I went there, it was like a Turkish barber, and how some people have that thing of like male hairdressers are a bit camp. This is the most manly dude. This dude used to be in like special forces. And he's like, "Oh, I like making men look good." And he cut my hair like this. Rippling biceps, veins just doing that, and then he just sprayed me with a bit of this like lemon oil. I asked him what it was. He said it's lemon oil, and he just went around me, and it was this mist of lemony oil, this muscular man, and I was like, I'm not man enough. Like I'm not bisexual enough that I'd ask him out on a date. But I'm bisexual enough that I thought about him cutting my hair the next time I slept with my girlfriend. So it's his fault that he was confused at first. He was like, "I mean, I've killed many men in special forces, but I don't know how to tackle your dude." So that's as bisexual as I am. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls that are left, who haven't left, as a result of some prior material, I've put one more great moment of male feminist history, and it goes something like this. And you all know the words by now, so come on, let's sing it. Sing it strong. Listen, fellas, the way I see it, about 100 years from now, everyone's going to have a spineless, self-serving racist for a leader. People are going to be dumbed down. Entertainment will be indistinguishable from politics. People are still going to be looking for answers in a political system that simply can't provide them. So I'm saying, fuck it, let's let the bitches vote.
London's just crazy. I know this doesn't work. I just like holding it. Thank you all very much. No, they are my key. It's not country. Yours? Oh my God, what's going on with you?
I'm stuck.
Cut your hair. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I'm not going to stand up there and ask you for money even though I want it. I'm still going to be over there. We do this all the time. I am here every other Friday, just having a good time and trying to get drunk. Thank you all for doing that with me tonight. One more big round of applause for our acts. Do it. Have yourself a good night. I'll be downstairs. People are inviting me a beer. Thank you. Always weird after that. Nobody plays the music. Maybe we need another little more.